Good evening, everybody. What's going on today? Well, today I got a little project I want to do. Here's that socket I was looking for. I'm going to change the plugs in the van, give her a little tune-up, just freshen up a little bit. It's not quite that simple because the way the vans are made. But on the other hand, it's not that bad either. It just ain't like your typical vehicle. You just pop the hood and stand outside and change them. Takes a little bit more effort in a van, but it can be done. Actually, be done quite easy. I shouldn't make it sound like it's a hard job. It's not. It's just a few extra steps you got to do. Anywho, that's what we're going to do today. Ain't got no time for yip yapping. It's supposed to rain today. Actually, it's supposed to be raining right now, but it's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. So this is my only chance to get this done. So let's get started doing it. First thing I got to do is take this doghouse off. This thing right here. So yeah, enough chit chat. Let's just get going because it's gonna start raining on me.
Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect we play through only cause you set up the angle.
Alright, I got that cover off. Wasn't easy. Man, my floor's dirty over here. Dirty, dirty. Hey, ain't got time to clean. So what we're gonna do, changing these right here. These are your plug wires, little lightning tubes. But we're gonna go down in here and change these plugs. Now I'm just gonna do one, you know, show you how to do it, and then I'm gonna set the camera up and just knock the rest of them out. I also got I can't see from this side. I got an issue with my throttle linkage. It seems to be catching on something. I'm going to address that while I'm in here too. But anywho, now every vehicle's going to be a little different, especially your new ones. But on your older vehicles, they're kind of the same. The first thing you're going to have to do is find a socket that fits your plug. Now they're somewhat standard size. I don't want to say they're all the same, but they're pretty close to the same. But you need to find a socket, an extension. Sometimes you'll need a small extension, and you're going to need a ratchet, and of course you're going to need new plugs, which we have up there. First thing we're going to do, and I'm going to try to do this one-handed, pull your plug wire off. You got to be careful not to pull the boot off of the end of it, and this is called the boot right here. If you look down in there, you see the plug. These really don't look that bad, but I'm gonna change them anyway. So you put your socket, and I'm gonna use an extension. You ratchet on. You gotta be careful not to break it because it's ceramic. Hang on just a second. Let me pause this because I'm gonna need two hands. Okay, somebody had this one. They had her tight. She wasn't coming out. They don't have to be that tight. I usually just turn it till I get it loosened up. I can turn it by hand. And la-di-da. Actually, this one don't look that bad, to be honest. To be completely truthful, it doesn't look bad at all. But I'm gonna change them anyway because I didn't got it all taken apart, and I've got new ones, so I'm gonna do it anyway. All right, let me set you up and we'll get this knocked out.
Life in a world that keeps changing. Think that it's progress you're making. Copy and paste pretty faces all the time. Pictures so perfect we play through only cause you set up the angle. Web that you weave got us tangled, caught in what's before our eyes. Show off your fantasy reality. Whoa, that's yours, but I'll keep doing mine. You'll be living your good life. Catch a glimpse from the outside, then you see me now, see me now, see now. Don't need any timeline to prove that this is my life.
Alright, just like that, it's that simple. Got the old 4 plugs out. Took me probably 15 minutes, I don't know, with the time lapse, I don't know how fast it went by, but in reality about 15 minutes just to do this side. Now we gotta go over here and do this other side, so let me get this big monstrosity out of the way and we'll go over and get set up. Alrighty, I just stuck that over there in the seat. Hopefully I don't get everything all dirty, so we can get over here to the driver's side. And this is going to be just a little bit harder because it has this heat shield thing here in the way. Really, it's not going to be harder, it's just going to be more aggravating. That's what I should say. But and now, so when you're in here like this, it's a good time to do a general inspection of everything. Like I got a throttle. I thought it was hanging up or sticking on something, but maybe it ain't. Could be up there somewhere. I know, I got you camera all shoved up in there, I'm just trying to look. It's not touching anything. Got a little. Maybe I need to tighten that screw up. Anyway, we'll work that in a minute. Let's get these plugs changed. All right, the driver's side is done. That one was actually a lot easier. It probably didn't take 10 minutes. But let me tell you now, this humidity today is no joke. I'm not even playing. I am sweating my bahootie off. Whew. You know, now I don't know where my dog is. He's probably found him a cool spot to lay down. I don't see him, but anywho, when we're out here in the woods, I just let him run anyway. Let him do his thing, because a lot of the time we're in town or at a campground and I can't let him run around like that, so when we're out here, I just let him do his thing. He'll pop back up in a minute. He's probably found him no squirrel, something to chase. Anywho, let's get this put back together. Well, I need to adjust that linkage. Something's going on with it. I need to address that, but I'm gonna look at it real quick and then throw this thing back together and we'll be done. Alrighty, that job is complete. I got the center thing put back in, whatever you call it, console. I gotta clean it up. It's filthy. I got my old dirty hands all over it. White is the heart. I don't know who decided this thing should be white on the inside. I guess they're a lot cleaner person than me, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, it's done. Got everything put back together. I just want to say, now this is just something I do. I'm not saying it's a rule, you have to do it. If you don't do it, you're gonna die in a fiery crash on a sailboat. I'm not saying that. I always keep the old plugs, because this thing run okay, you know. I burn a lot of cheap gas, you know, the 87 octane, only because gas is so expensive. And really that's not, it don't hurt an engine, but you know, it don't run as clean. The plugs foul, and these plugs actually didn't look bad. I really didn't have to change it. It was running fine. My fuel mileage was staying the same. Wasn't nothing wrong, but I'm fixing to start another road trip, so I just want to freshen everything up. But back to the point is, I always save the old plugs, because I bought these from O'Reilly's. Well, not, well, these are the old ones in the box, but the box you're looking at, I bought at O'Reilly's. And occasionally I get a bad one. I get a plug that's bad, it's been dropped. They're ceramic. That glass looking piece in the middle, that's what it is. It's glass or ceramic, whatever you want to call it. And there's a thin, I don't even know if they're copper anymore, but it used to be a thin copper wire inside there, or a shaft, whatever you want to call it. I'm sure somebody's going to correct me on that, and that's fine. If you actually know what it's called, put it in the comments. But if you drop it, that ceramic will break or crack, and then that lets you spark, or your arc or fire, everybody calls it something different, jump off the side, or it don't spark clean down here at the end. And so I always save my old ones for about a week or so. Really you'll know in a day or two if something's wrong, but I always save them, keep them for about a week, just to make sure the new plugs I bought are good and not defective or whatever, or the engine just don't like them or whatever. That way I always have these to put back in. I don't have to keep running parts store buying, because that can get expensive. And I always keep, now this is a V8, so I got 8 spark plugs. I'll go ahead and get rid of all of them, but I always keep 2. Again, you don't have to. This is just something I do. Just in case I'm out somewhere in the woods, you know, kind of like this, middle of nowhere, and have a plug files out, or a plug that just goes bad, or whatever. I got 2 spares I can throw in there real quick to get me out of the situation I'm in. So that's what I'm gonna do this time. I'm gonna hang on to them all for a little while, and if everything seems okay, I'm gonna get rid of them. Probably keep 2, maybe 3, whatever, to have for a spare, just for whatever reason. But anywho, I am burning up. But that's gonna conclude this tutorial on how. Ooh, nice breeze started blowing. It feels good. On just, you know, how to tune up your vehicle, your RV, freshen it up, put plugs in it. It's very simple. Very simple. I mean, people just get intimidated, and I mean, some of it's gonna be time consuming, like taking this center console out, moving it out of your way and all that. You know, it takes time, but the job itself is not hard. The work itself is not difficult. You're not building a rocket. You're not trying to fly to the moon. You're just putting plugs in the motor. It's very simple. It's something you can do yourself. And if I'd went to a shop, now these are just my estimations. If I'd went to a shop, the shops have 75% markup on parts. So I paid $4 a piece for them plugs. So they would have charged me probably about $5 something a piece for them or whatever. That'd been extra money there. And then just to put them in, I guarantee, because the hourly shop rates are just going through the roof nowadays. They're about $120 an hour now. So they're going to charge you an hour minimum. So that would have been $120 guaranteed just to put the plugs in for me. And if they're crooked shop, they probably would charge a little more. They would have come up with some excuse, you know, I had to stand on my head and tap the bottom of my foot to get in, blah, 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 you know. So what I'm getting at is you can save tons of money just by doing this stuff yourself. Just don't be scared to get in there and you know, get after it. And if you start the job and it looks like it's going to be something a little bit more than what you can handle or what you feel comfortable doing, just back out. Put whatever you've done, put it back together, and then take it to a shop or whatever. But just give it a try. You'd be surprised how easy this stuff really is. Anywho, I'm burning up. I'm gonna get off here, put all my junk back in, fill that passenger side back up. It don't look right being clean. I need to junk her back up and fix me something to eat. I'm hungry. I don't know where Russ is. He'll be here in a minute. It's almost his lunchtime, so he'll be showing up in a minute. But old Russ is doing good. He's just running around enjoying his freedom right now. So, all right, yeah, I'm gonna get off here until me and him sees you again. God bless you.